Hey everybody, I'm your host Fanboy X, and if there is ever a Marvel character who doesn't get quite the recognition that he deserves, I think Silver Surfer's on the list. This is the Silver Surfer comic that everyone should read. His origin's even in here. Silver Surfer Requiem by Straczynski and Ribic. That is the writer and artist. Whoa. J. Michael Straczynski, artist is Ribic. The art is beautiful, and the story is gripping. Essentially, the Silver Surfer finds out that the power cosmic is taking its toll on his body, and in short, he's dying. The story is quite good, actually. It begins with him coming to the Fantastic Four with his dilemma, them having to resolve that there's nothing they can do for him, and that they have to make peace with that. You even get his origin, how he became a herald to Galactus, Devourer of Worlds. So if you don't know anything about the Silver Surfer, this will pretty much tell you everything you need to know. And goes through a brief history. And the whole thing is basically just him enjoying his final moments on Earth. Existence, really. And also journeying back to his homeworld. The second issue deals with him and Spider-Man. Basically how he wants to do something for the people of Earth. Him and Spider-Man get in a deep discussion of all the things he could do, but if those things were done, the problems that they would just end up causing later on. Like this. You could solve poverty by going places nobody's ever gone. 2, and come back with more riches than anyone's ever seen. Diamonds, gems, gold. But too many jewels flooding them into the market would cause their value to drop until they became worthless, and then you'd be right back where you started. Except now you've also bankrupted several more countries who depend on those industries and triggered a worldwide financial collapse. So, having to resolve that there's really nothing he can do. Yeah, Spider-Man, if there's anything he can do for him. So, upon Spider-Man's request, he grants Mary Jane a portion of the power cosmic. Just a few minutes, but she gets to enjoy all the wonders that he enjoys being the Silver Surfer. And then he grants the same gift to people all across the world. And for a few minutes, they know what it's like to truly be at peace. Then him and Spider-Man and Mary Jane, they say their farewells. Third issue, it's quite good. It deals with a brief confrontation between him and Doctor Strange, and confrontation's really the wrong word. Brief conversation is the word I'm looking for. This book also goes deep. Like this passage. For aught he knows will be the last time he soars above the breathtaking vistas of the world he has called home for so many years. And his heart aches, not with sadness but with joy, at the thought that there can be such beauty of so many different kinds in one single world. They've been blessed, and so has he. And he wonders if they will ever understand the extent of that blessing. Dang! So after a brief confrontation with Doctor Strange, who gives him some kind of mystical pain relief thingamabob, he says his final farewells to Earth, goes through space, where he is summoned by the leaders of two alien races who are at war over religion. Not very far-fetched. Take away the aliens, put them with humans, and bam. I'll keep it brief. They summoned him there so he could see which side, and I quote, was the most holy in the war, which one was right. And in the end, he simply says, but I see no difference in you. Then he goes through the entire fleet of ships and takes away all their weapons. Then he goes to their planet and destroys all their holy places. This is the alien writing. This is the alien speaking. The stranger moved between the fleets. Taking away their weapons, they struck back, though they believed they could not hurt him. But to their surprise, hurt him they did, because the weakness and the sickness was upon him. Yet, despite his pain, despite all that it did to him, he did not slow, he did not stop, would not surrender to the pain. And then, when he had destroyed the ability of the two great fleets to make war upon one another, he made his way first to one of our worlds and then the other. He came to each of our shrines, our holy temples, whose safety and inviolability we believed was granted, protected by no less than the Maker of all things, and proved otherwise. Proved that there was no greater hand at work than our own. Proved that neither side was more right or more holy than the other. Showed us the conceit of our beliefs. And in that moment, we also understood exactly what had become of our sacrifices and our sweat and our blood. We understood what they had taken from us, what we had been tricked into giving them. On that day, more blood was spilled, but this time it was not ours. This time we would make an end of it. The sacred war was over, and on that day began something greater, the sacred peace. On neither world was the stranger ever seen again. Over the slow, burning years, we learned he had left the mortal world, that he had died. He would never see that which we built to commemorate his actions. He would never know our gratitude. But we would never forget. Nor would we forget the words he spoke to us before he left. If sacred places are spared the ravages of war, then make all places sacred. And if the holy people are to be kept harmless from war, then make all peoples holy. Dang, that was some deep writing. Straczynski knew what he was doing when he crafted this tale of the Silver Surfer. The final issue, of course, deals with his final moments of life, him being reunited with the woman he loves, the scientists on his planet resolving there's nothing more they can do for him. Then Galactus comes. Normally that ushers in crap hitting the fan in a big way. But not this time. Galactus is there to mourn with everybody else. And even after the Silver Surfer is gone, he keeps his promise to spare his planet. The ending of the tale you have to read for yourself to truly comprehend the magnitude of. But needless to say, this is one of the best things ever written with Silver Surfer. And I think Jack Kirby would have been proud. Marvel Knights, Silver Surfer Requiem. As I said